I'm going to dominate football using the most Brexit team the world has ever seen. To do that, we need to win these 5 trophies, and currently with the team we've got, we don't have the facilities to do that. But the owner of the club has told me that we'll have a hefty transfer budget to spend. So the team is as follows. Starting in goal, we've got Mr. Everyday Shuffling himself. Then at left back, we've got the mighty Shawberto Carlos, alongside Dan Burn, Lewis Dunk, and of course James Milner. In the midfield, we've got Ryan Kent, alongside John Joe Shelby and Oliver Skip. Then on the right, we've got Dwight. Then up top, we've got Jay Rodriguez, the man from Burnley himself. And of course, we've got Jamie Vardy. This team isn't ready to win most of those trophies yet, but I do fancy our chances at winning the Carabao Cup this season, which is one of the trophies that we do have to win. That's how you play Brexit football. Jamie Vardy. Oh, yes! And Jamie Vardy is going to make it 1-0 already. Jay Rodriguez, the Burnley man himself, makes it 2-0 already. Big Baz is going to be buzzing with this. Into Jay Rodriguez. Oh! 4-0! Brexit football is never outdated. Our first Carabao Cup game for the season. This game's a must-win because we are aiming for the Carabao Cup this season. Dwight McNeil! Dwight on the right! I'll calm down a bit because we are playing Walsall. Dwight McNeil! If he keeps playing like this, he's going to be in the team for years to come. As expected, we get a lovely 2-0 win up against Liverpool now, and this is a real test to see how far we are away from their level. Oh, Joe, get out there, yes! Oh, no! Come on! No. It's alright, I'm not nervous. We're only 25 minutes in. No, come on. This game shows that we're a far way off dominating world football. Next up, we had Everton in the Carabao Cup, and Jamie Vardy got the 1-0 win for us. Back in the Premier League, we were struggling to get a win, but we were advancing in the Carabao Cup nicely. I was a bit worried that we couldn't beat Plymouth in the 90 minutes, but we still walked away with a win after Ashley Young won the penalty shootout. And we were still struggling in the Premier League. They're doing me proud. We're 12 games into the season now, and I wouldn't say we're doing awful, but we're not doing great either because we're in 12th place. I can't lie though, these players are really impressing me. And we've already made it to the Carabao Cup quarter-finals, so we are for sure crossing a trophy off our list this season. We couldn't beat Liverpool, but hopefully we could beat Chelsea and show that the gap may not be as far as we think from dominating world football. Oi! Get out! I have no regrets for that. Joe Hart knows how to save a penalty. Yeah, he's going to have to go himself, and he's going to score. Adam Armstrong! Oh! Not again. Not again. Oh, what am I doing? It's nice to see us get a 3-2 win this game, and this just shows our potential going forward to dominate world football. Now we were finally starting to improve, and we're getting some pretty decent results in the Premier League. And then in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals, we beat West Ham on penalties to make it to the Carabao Cup semi-finals. We're not far off Brentford in the table, so winning this game would be really helpful for our league position. Oh no, should have just gone for it, Rodriguez. Jamie Vardy's definitely been the better striker out of them two. Oh no, let's not make it 2-0. A player like Ivan Toney would pair up perfectly with Jamie Vardy. That loss is not ideal for our league position at all. As you can see, we're in January now, and for the Carabao Cup semi-finals, we're going to be going up against Manchester City. I know for sure that this team won't be beating Man City, but Big Baz is feeling very generous because he's given us 71 million to spend this window. I'll be signing Ivan Toney. He's going to really work well with Vardy. I can just see it now. We all know that Aaron Wan-Bissaka loves a good tackle, so he is going to be joining Brexit FC. And I think it's only meant to be for this team if I bring in Wayne Rooney's cousin, Jake Rooney. Hopefully one day Jake Rooney can be the one to lift the Champions League trophy for us. His cousin would be so proud. These two new signings may be able to help us win the Carabao Cup semi-final against Manchester City. Get straight into him. Oh, Tony, you're already getting at him. What are you doing? Man City did not make this an easy game for us, but in true Brexit fashion, we pulled off a nice 1-0 win. And there we go. We still managed to walk away with a 1-0 win. Our form continued in the Premier League, and in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, we beat Man City once again. If we're beating Man City in the semi-finals, then the final's going to be a piece of cake. But now it was time to secure the Carabao Cup as our first trophy for a mission to dominate the world of football. And I was surprised at how tight this game was, but Ivan Toney continued to shine. And we've done it! The first trophy off our list to dominate world football. Now that we've won this trophy, we are qualified to the European Conference League. And if we win the Conference League, then we qualify automatically to the Europa League. We finished this season in 14th place, and Jamie Vardy finished as our top scorer with 22 goals. So this season, I'm expecting us to win the Europa Conference League and the FA Cup. And I definitely want to finish higher than 14th this season. With a few signings, this is definitely a top 7 team. The first player I'm bringing in for £12.5 million is James Ward-Prowse. Next, for £22 million, I'm bringing in John Stones. And for £19 million, I've decided to sign Jarrad Bowen. Our first game against Bristol City in the Premier League, and I was a little bit worried for the season ahead because we ended up drawing the game. But then we beat Leeds 1-0, drew against Everton 1-1, drew against Brighton 2-2, and beat Aston Villa 3-1. And we brushed our Conference League opponent aside. Oh, we've lost our main centre-back for 3 months. And it's even worse because I accidentally sold Lewis Dunk. We may be a decent team, but we still can't beat Man City. Nevertheless, we won our next Conference League group stage games. Vardy's on fire. And we even got a decent result against Tottenham. With the decent results we've had lately, we could easily beat Liverpool this game. 2-1's not a bad scoreline to lose by. Brexit football was officially in full force, and we just couldn't stop winning and succeeding with this team. Many people think Brexit football is outdated, but this just shows how effective it really is. Anyway, we finished top of the group in the Conference League. Ivan Toney's having a right season for himself. And after I said that, we struggled in our next 2 games. And I ended up selling Freddie Woodman because he just wasn't happy at the club. Woodman leaving means that Joe Hart's the only keeper in this team. So we're very lucky to be in January right now. I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to bring in a new goalkeeper. Joe Hart's going to have to be the backup now, and we're going to have Nick Pope as our main goalkeeper. This won't be the last time you shuffle, Joe. I don't think we need any new attackers in this window because all of them seem to be scoring quite a lot. And it's really nice to see how Jake Rooney's improved this season. He could be amazing by the time he comes back to us. But now it was time for our first game of the FA Cup this season. And we ended up winning the game, followed by another win in the next round. Oh no! After the season Tony's had, he's gone for 8 months. And he's 3rd in the Premier League goal scoring tally. Ryan Kent and Adam Armstrong are going to have to step up for those injuries now. We really struggled without Ivan Toney in this game, but we still managed to win the game on a penalty shootout. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. I mean, he's hit the post. No way. We're through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We continued to do amazing in the Premier League and the Conference League, but then Chelsea knocked us out of the FA Cup. We're going to have to come back to this trophy next season. At this rate, we were guaranteed to win the Conference League and qualify for the Europa League, and we were even on track to get top 4 in the Premier League. In the Conference League quarterfinals, Adam Armstrong got 2 goals, and in the semi-finals, he got another, followed by 2 goals from Jamie Vardy. We then secured a spot in the Conference League finals. Our form didn't really continue into the Premier League because we suffered some big losses. But of course, we beat the Bottlers. And we finished the Premier League season in 8th place, but all we had to do now was win the Conference League to make it to the Europa League. Vardy started us off nicely with a goal, and then Armstrong followed it up. We conceded, but Jamie Vardy and Adam Armstrong made this game look easy. It isn't a trophy that we need, but this now means we've made it to the Europa League, which is a trophy we have to win. Jamie Vardy finished again as our top scorer, and James Ward-Prowse managed to get 26 goal contributions. I'm happy with where we finished last season, and it's safe to say that this squad has improved massively. We'll be taking over world football in no time, but I do have some bad news. Due to us failing to win the FA Cup, Big Baz has cut the funding. But we need money to improve the squad. We're going to have to sell some of our best players to raise our funds. So Oliver Skipp left us for 22 million, McNeil left for 33 million, and Armstrong left for 36 million. So I ended up bringing Liam Delap as our new striker, and we started off the Premier League season very well. He's just like his cousin Wayne. Our Europa League group seems pretty easy, but the first game wasn't. We continued to do decent in the following games, and Jake Rooney had a lot more chances in the team, but Ivan Toney wasn't the same player anymore. So it's lucky that we brought in Liam Delap, but we lost Jared Bowen to pregnancy. This is a huge blow to the team. 19 games in, and we were sat 11th in the table, and we still had 60 million to spend, so I brought in Anthony Gordon for 23 million, Ezri Konsa for 17 million, and I brought back Freddie Woodman. And this is how the new squad was looking. We won our first game of the FA Cup this season, but in the Premier League, we still couldn't beat Man City. I was also really impressed with how well Anthony Gordon and Rooney were doing for the team. We were breezing past every team we played against in the Europa League and the FA Cup after beating Liverpool, which just shows how this team has improved in its ability. We even beat Arsenal 3-2, and the wins in the Premier League kept on coming. In the Europa League, we were unstoppable, and Anthony Gordon just couldn't stop scoring. Anthony Gordon's all on his own. He could secure our place in the Europa League semi-finals. Oh, when he gets his second, no way! And those 2 goals are all we need to make it through to the Europa League semi-final. And now it was time to get revenge on Chelsea in the FA Cup. Anthony Gordon, come on, you've done so well this season! Come on, Anthony Gordon, put it past, there we go! And that's all we need! We're through to the FA Cup final. We're getting that second trophy. We then brushed aside Sporting Lisbon, which meant we had qualified to the Europa League final. This team's so close to dominating the world of football. And to get even closer to that goal, we had to beat the Bottlers. Brexit football will succeed in this game.
Nope.
Oh, where was the shot? Rooney masterclass. Liam Delap to save the day. Yes, there we go in the 93rd minute. Any second now, and we become FA Cup champions. Next stop, the Europa League. Already breaking through, and Liam Delap. Oh, and they equalise very soon after. Oh, we're on the break again. Liam Delap makes it 2-1. Oh, not again. This is unfair. This is unfair. Oh no, and they're back with their second goal. Oh, whoa, there we go. Oh no, they're catching up. But we still managed to pull it off, only just. And the next trophy we add to our collection is the Europa League. All we need now is the Premier League and the Champions League. The season ended with Liam Delap being our top scorer, closely followed by Ivan Toney and Anthony Gordon. And this season, James Ward-Prowse got 35 goal contributions. Our team was already good, but I decided to bring in Reece James, Fikayo Tomori, Phil Foden and Conor Gallagher to help improve this team. But I'm not going to replace Rooney because he's integral to this team's success. We then had a great start to the Premier League and we won our first Champions League game easily. We've had an amazing start to the season so far, and if we can beat Liverpool, then we will for sure win the Premier League and the Champions League this season. It was a boring game against Liverpool, but we still pulled off the win. And we score! There we go! This will be the season we get those last 2 trophies. We then carried on winning in the Champions League and being unbeaten in the Premier League, but then Foden got injured. I've paid 120 mil for this guy and he's just going to go and get injured for 2 months. Our next victim was Manchester United, who were absolutely slapped up, but then we lost Liam Delap for 5 months. Our good form still continued though, and we topped our Champions League group. At this rate, the Premier League was ours already. We haven't managed to beat Man City yet, but judging by our league position, I'm confident that we can. He's putting it in through to Toney. There's no way we're losing the Prem. Oh, Vardy! Delap may be out with injury, but it looks like Vardy's not going to stop scoring. Ward-Prowse! 3-0 against Man City. If this game doesn't show that we're the best team in England, then I don't know what will. Man City then managed to get a couple more goals and made the game closer. Surely that's enough to secure our Premier League title. Of all teams, we lose our unbeaten run to Tottenham. After Delap's injury, it was only right to sign Harry Kane. I don't think I could have made a better signing. Let's finish this season off the right way.
Boom.
We continued flying through our Champions League games, and the Premier League title was bound to be ours. Foden got injured again though, but that didn't stop us from dominating the Prem. In the Champions League semi-finals, Barcelona gave us a really tough game. Every goal I scored, they answered back quickly, and the first leg ended up being a win for Barcelona. But in the second leg, we got back level and then ended up winning the game on penalties. And we finished off the Premier League season with a win. 4 seasons in, and we finally have our hands on the Premier League. Another trophy off the list of dominating world football. Only one more to go. All it takes is this last final match to prove that Brexit FC has dominated world football. Oh yes, that we need some of that in the final. Who's he going to cross it into? Nobody's there except for Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon gets the first goal. You need a goal to mark the honour of your cousin today. And that's what he's going to go and do almost, just about. Tony makes it 2-0 against PSG. Rooney. He's better than Wayne. Oh, no. Oh, Rooney, you've gone and given away a penalty. Come on, let's not make the lead any further away. You can never save penalties, man. I'm not going another season without winning the Champions League. And it looks like that's going to be it. We are Champions League winners. Brexit FC has dominated world football. And if you want to see Mbappe and Haaland's love child dominate football, then watch this video.